The price of Bitcoin is dumping. Should we be concerned? That's what I want to talk to you on today's video. Yesterday, we uploaded an emergency video because we were going to get the FOMC interest rate decision. Then President Trump and President Xi Jinping of China were going to come together to see if we could form an agreement before November the 1st deadline for the tariffs. And then finally, we had our earnings reports, and I gave you an emergency video. And more importantly, we did a 2.5-hour stream over on the Moonshow channel. Now, I'm assuming that most of you have watched that channel, the stream, and you were following with the Telegram community because that's where I gave you the updates as soon as President Trump and President Xi Jinping had their meeting. I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. I was streaming until 2 a.m., but I wanted to capture if there was going to be any sort of crazy volatility. We didn't get it. Bitcoin began dumping last night during the FOMC press conference because Fed Chair Powell was a bit hawkish. So usually the market's priced in another rate cut. We got the rates cut by 25 basis points, but the market had priced in another 25 basis points in December before the year finishes. But he was hawkish, and he mentioned that it could be the case that they don't cut rates. So due to that uncertainty and due to the adversarial expectation, right, it was adverse to the expectation of the markets, we saw a little bit of a dump, and now we're trading at 107.7K. And this is coming after President Trump and President Xi Jinping's meeting ended very well. President Trump said that on a scale of 0 to 10, he would say that the meeting with President Xi was a 12. And they came to an agreement where they would do a 1-year trade deal on rare earths and critical minerals. And in turn, the US is cutting tariffs on China by 10%. And the 1-year agreement will be negotiated every single year. So good news all across the board, but we're still dumping. QT is ending. What does this mean for the charts? From a chart perspective, there is one level that I would be looking out for, and that is between the range of 107.2 to 107.8. You probably remember this level from a few videos back 2 weeks ago. We're back down to this level. Prices managed to come down. And it's unfortunate, right? It's unfortunate that we can't get out of this choppier range. I think quantitative tightening ending in December is going to be quite helpful because right now regional banks are struggling. There's a lot of stress of liquidity into the markets. The same amount of stress and liquidity is comparable to the 2019 pre-COVID stress. So liquidity is struggling. Bitcoin is very sensitive to liquidity. And because we don't have easing of liquidity conditions, Bitcoin is stuck in choppiness. So it is likely that following December, Bitcoin can maybe try and break to the upside. So at least that's good news from a macro angle. But you know, I just want to take this picture into account that we're at 107.3, 107.5. This is an important level to hold. If we can't hold it, then the lower range, the lower bound of this range will be in place for us to come down to, which coincides with the 54 simple moving average. You guys know that I have my trade set to buy this dip on weeks if we are to see a drop. If you want to be trading, links are down in the description for weeks, for Pinex for their trading bots, and you can get very cool bonuses with the links in the description box down below. I'm still buying. I'm still bullish. I don't think there's a reason to be bearish just yet. If we see the 54 simple being lost, then okay, fine. But for now, I think being bullish is the reasonable way to go. And finally, when it comes to quantitative tightening ending and quantitative easing beginning, what does that mean for your altcoins? Well, look, I don't think we're going to get the same amount of quantitative easing as we received in 2021. So don't expect them to print half of the money that is in existence straight into the charts. That's not going to happen. But we will get some sort of liquidity relief, and that some sort of liquidity relief will help your altcoins. I think it's important to focus on the Bitcoin dominance chart. We're getting rejected. I think there's going to be a drop. There's so many more coins in circulation than the past 2 cycles. So maybe we won't get 20x's or 50x's amongst large to mid caps. But I'm still confident in the Solanas. I'm still confident in the Ethereums. I'm still confident in the Doge coins. No, I'm still confident in the AVAXs, in the Chainlinks, in RWA. Nobody's asking you or texting you, hey, should I buy this coin? Should I buy into crypto? Is it a good time to buy? As soon as that happens, that's the time to sell. When it's not happening, it's the time to buy. Look at Solana. Solana just got its first big ETF, I would argue, Bitwise Sol, and they got $282 million in assets under management. targeting 100% asset staked, which means long-term hodling. So good things are happening. Good things are happening. I would still be buying the dip. If things go south where we flip the trend, then we have to be honest. We need to be honest with ourselves and decide to take action for that. But for now, I think we're good. And I am still bullish. So don't be scared. We saw that dump because Powell was hawkish. But overall, I think we're still okay. If 107.5 is lost, though, then you would be searching for the 101 to 102K levels. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.